Roana? Wyvern 11? What? Yeah, let's just bring her in there and see what happens. So, showcasing Roana and Wyvern 11 with Seaside Bellona and Luluca. But let's just see, can she hold the front line as a solo healer? Well, let's find out. Her gear is nothing insane, to be honest. Nothing insane. Her skill ups, on the other hand, well, plus 15. That might be hard to, you know, achieve for some of you. But you max this, and then you almost max this. I would kind of max this. It's too powerful. It's too powerful. 55% healing increase. And then, well, the barrier is not that big, but it all scales based on her max health. Skill 1, Skill 2, Skill 3. Memory imprint on her, great for, you know, your teammates, top and bottom position, or herself. I would say, you know, help your team, right? Help your team. She's a support, unless you're trying to squeeze every bit of healing out of her, right? But yeah, the gear, nothing insane. You can use that item level 75 health gear. You don't need immunity set for PVE. This is setup that I've used for her for PvP, guys. I did showcase her in Arena, first video so far. And after that, I did Golem 11 2-man. I did Banshee 11 3-man, and Astranox Hunt 3-man. Now let's just like 3-man Wyvern 11 and just see what happens, right? Touch of Rico's is going to trigger once per turn, though. Heals the whole group. To be honest, like, yeah, the whole group doesn't need to be healed in Wyvern 11 when only the frontliner is, you know, taking damage, unless you fail to break the barrier. But Skill 2 triggers if you receive an extra attack, counter attack, or dual attack. Increase combat readiness of all allies by 5% each. The more allies that get attacked, the more, you know, the healing, the more combat readiness you will be receiving on the whole, like, for the whole team. It's an amazing skill. It's countering the counter meta. But to be honest, like, from what I've done so far, right? From what I've done, I would say when it comes down to counter attacks, like, you know, like Charles, single target counter attack, he's crazy, he's nuts, he's OP, right? Then it's not as powerful than, of course, Seaside Bellona, using an extra attack hitting all 4 of your teammates. This will boost the amount of healing received to the maximum amount, right? Because it's 4 allies that get hit and 20% combat readiness to everyone. It's crazy. It is definitely crazy. It definitely counters her. Unless she squeezed that unhealable, she squeezed maybe defense break, helps the team, and it could get them a win. But here, look, extra attack from the Wyvern. She keeps healing. She keeps healing with the passive. It's crazy. It's so crazy. She can just heal the whole thing. Like, you could go on her. Like, who cares about speed for Wyvern 11? Put her in the front line. I mean, yeah. Touch of Rico's, you don't even need that. If you do have Shimaju's staff, this might be the best in slot. Shimaju's staff, because it will increase the amount of healing, and she's healing every attack. It's like, yeah. Well, not the first one. The first one is Touch of Rico's, right? And then boom, extra attack. Boom, extra attack. So pump her health, pump her defense, because there's no defense break on her. She's not losing 70% of her defense from that debuff. It's not happening in Wyvern 11. So yeah, health and defense. Increase her effective health as high as possible. And the end. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you got Shimaju's staff, it's going to be better. Or you can use that 3-star artifact to lower the damage that you do receive. Forgot the name. I could show you guys at the end. You could be using Celestine. Look at that. Like, it's giving combat readiness to the whole team. It's 5% a pop. But it's 10% every time the boss goes. Not the first, the second and third attack work, so 5% each, 10%. Boom, that's it. That's it. I mean, it's not a speedrun. I didn't even calculate how long it took, but the gear that you do require is nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all. You don't need to... I mean, the skill 3 helps, right? You're gonna be healing yourself. Even if you die, actually the revive will be, the buff will be taken off from the boss. Unless the first attack kills you, it doesn't dispel, you die, you will come back to life. But yeah, if you're dead, you're pretty much doomed there, right? Unless your team's about to take out the Wyvern. So yeah, great, great, great. She's Earth, definitely questionable hero to bring in here, because every time she goes, she's giving combat readiness to the Wyvern, right? You can see it here. First thing, she is taking 30% more damage because she's not an ice hero. That's an issue. When a non-ice elemental hero turns end, increase the caster's combat readiness by 10%. So basically, the faster you're gonna make her, the worse it's gonna be for you, almost. Like, because when you go in barrier phase against the Wyvern, the boss, the Wyvern, slows its speed down considerably. But if you keep on giving the boss 10% combat readiness, that barrier phase is gonna get like shorter and shorter. So yeah, health and defense, pump that up as much as possible. If you got her build and you're like, I don't know, you might be bringing her in there for the lulz. Maybe you bring her in there because you move your best gear onto her. But to be honest, like in late game, you can just have a hero dedicated for this. Maybe, I mean, I've used Angelica extensively. I've used Angelique Montmorency, which is now for free, guys. You get her from the connection, and you do her specialty change. I even used her with over 160% effect resistance. You resist every debuff in PVE, basically, so you cannot get your combat units pushed back. But anyways, like, she's very easy to build for this. She's very easy. Yeah, and if you do have attack break from a hero that's gonna get applied to the boss, attack break is huge. If you apply, there we go, here, the failure to break the barrier, so boom, now the big shockwave happens. It's no big deal. Still, like, she can still do it. She can still, like, who cares about the rest of the team? Ice hero 5-star with some gear will be able to survive that hit anyways, and they're gonna be topped off anyways. You have plenty of time to top them off. The skill 2 is healing everyone. It's crazy. You don't have to worry about your backline heroes. But look at that, like, it's lasting it's fairly long, right? If you apply 3 debuffs, the boss, the Wyvern, will deal greatly reduced damage. If you apply attack break with that as well, as part of the 3 debuffs maybe, or just attack break by itself, you cut the attack in half. So these are pretty major things to have. So there's 3 debuffs now, so that's good. But we didn't have this across the whole fight. My god, the trolling, the barrier at the end, like this, like 1 health. What? Like, how much health does he have? Man, I want to know, but too bad. Oh well. Yeah, she can do it. Like, she can do it, and that's pretty cool. That is definitely pretty cool. And like I said, the requirement's not huge. Like 72,000 healing on that one. Touch of Rico's, yes, it's definitely good, but it heals the whole team, right? So Celestine, maybe you trigger a dual attack, Celestine will be healing on that. So let me show you the artifact. Like, the 3-star artifact that I'm talking about is actually wearable on any hero. And where is it? I will be finding it real soon. A Prophetic Candlestick can definitely be a contender because you can lower the cooldown of skill 3. With my stats, it's healing for like 4,000 to 5,000 healing. Seems to be like, maybe it's 4,000, with Shimajo stuff it's like 5,000, something like that. And it's down here. Envoy's Pipe, a 3-star artifact, right? Like, look, decrease damage received by 20% when health is less than 50%. So you could hit that sweet spot where, like, you're below 50 and you can sustain yourself because you have this thing, like 20% damage reduction. That's huge. That is huge right there. So that could be the only thing you really need. This thing will get dispelled. All the other stuff here, yes, you can definitely use a prophetic candlestick. This will get dispelled as well, and she has berry already. It's gonna overlap. It's not a good idea. But yeah, lowering cooldown of skill 3 definitely can be helpful, right? 40% chance to trigger, only a 3-star, that's another plus. And of course you have Shimaja's Staff. I mean, straight up, constant healing happening from that skill 2, from the second and third attack from the Wyvern. So Shimaja's Staff will be boosting these numbers, as well as the healing from her skill 3, but skill 1 is a barrier, that's different. So yeah, that works. That works. And Celestine is, if you're using your skill 1, which is your basic skill, it will heal the lowest health hero in the party, which is like, it's gonna be her, right? Unless you just fail to break the barrier. Another way to go about it, like, you could wear Idol's Cheer to speed up your run, to give a constant stream of combat readiness on top of the passive skill 2 kicking in, right? Beside that, you don't need that. This, it's an AoE, it's not gonna work out. So yeah, Touch of Ricos is okay. It's 7.5% you know, healing. It's based on the target's health, so like it's gonna, well, affect her own. It's gonna be based on her own health. Rod of Emerald, I don't recommend this. Like, you have to use a non-attack skill, so it has to be skill 3, which is on a cooldown. So she doesn't have a cooldown on skill 2, so that doesn't work. It's a passive. But anyways, I feel like even with Water's Origin, like straight up, forgot about Water's Origin. This is an amazing artifact. If your gear is garbage, right? Or you like early game, mid game, you don't have such good survival. Maybe you went more like the speed route with her, which is gonna be a problem maybe in Wyvern, because you're gonna give combat units to the Wyvern more often. But this thing, if you hit that sweet spot where your damage taken is between 20% or more, you will recover 8% health and increase combat readiness by 15% when this is at plus 15. This is huge. This is huge. This thing plus her passive, I kind of want to test it out, but yeah, it's gonna work, guys. Enjoy it. I mean, it's kind of weird to bring this hero in there, but if you got her built, you invested the skill ups, why not? Why not? The runs, they were pretty fast. I didn't time it, but you guys can check it out. Nothing crazy. It's based on like Seaside Bellona and Luluca. They're not so fast. You can check out the Taranor guard with Alexa. That's 3-star MVP heroes in there, easy to obtain. Alexa, you can get her for free. Taranor guard, you have to luck out, you know, but he's only a 3-star. Don't even need to do specialty change. They don't have them yet. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon to be notified whenever I release a new video. And check out my other videos that should be showing up on the screen now. I got a playlist of all sorts, PvE and PvP content, Arena, Guild Wars, guys, tips and how to this for 62+. So check those out if you haven't. And also check out my best starter guides for my early to mid game players for fast progression. Check out my other videos covering Roana. Very powerful. Showcase her in Arena. And then it was Golem 11, 2-man. 3-man Banshee 11, then 3-man as Arahakan 11, now 3-man Wyvern 11 for funsies, but it's still like, it's good, it works. So I kind of do recommend her there if you have investment into her already. If you don't have I mean, Angelica Montmorency, that's already a hero that you can get for free, but maybe you don't have the gear for all these heroes and you're going to be using Roana mostly, so yeah, there you go. Anyways, stay safe out there, guys. COVID-19 is no joke. Stay home as much as possible. That's going to be really it for this one. Good luck in all you do. Peace out for now.